everybody and welcome back to the Ambobus Videos YouTube channel. I'm Ambobus Videos, otherwise known as Ambo Central, depending on what day of the week and what video you're watching. And welcome back to Apsley Bus Station in Bowdenham version 5. It seems to be our main home for the OMSI 2 videos at the moment, as we slowly but surely make our way round all of the different, I've had an issue, there we go, oh, they got rid of it. There we go. Oh, I can't do it now. There we go. That's better. As we make our way pretty much round all of the routes in Bowdenham version 5. Just a little bit of a catch up if you have missed the other videos. If you haven't already, do go and check them out. They provide a bit more context, and they are fun. They were fun videos to film. Hopefully, just as fun to watch. But for a little bit of context, Bowdenham used to be a South Yorkshire-based map. It was a right path map, and quite recently it's been released as a left path map. And is sort of being converted to London. So we've got a mix of TFL and regional routes. I haven't done any of the regional routes yet. They're run by Stagecoach. I haven't done any of them. However, we have been focusing on the London services and been discussing what they're like now and what they were like previously. Bearing in mind, Bowdenham was one of the original UK-style maps. So it's really, really nice to have a proper release for it again. And to be able to drive it on the left-hand side. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. So in front of us is the Studio Polygon Streetlite, the London Spec one, and we will be taking this bus today on the B2 service that goes round, looping round Apsley. Apsley local service takes, I believe it says 27 minutes to loop round Apsley, and then we end up back here. So unlike the other ones where we have sort of gone somewhere and then come back, this is just a circular service, so we do end up back here. I'm looking through these numbers and I'm a little bit... I mean, it's got B2 on the side, so there is a B2 somewhere. It's just struggling to find it. So there we go. So let's make our way round to stand. You're letting us out. Brilliant. So we are definitely a... B2, yeah, there we go. To first stop stand. It's going through everything. Ah, I understand it. I get it now. Basically, it's going through on the Studio Polygon blind listings. It has them all in order, the different maps. So we're now on Strathshire. So at London, we've just had a bit at West Country. Now we're on Cottrell. So... it will find them eventually. I mean, it's found the side blind, so it knows it exists. There we go, here's our people as the blind is still wanting to find itself. As long as we got the bit on the side at the moment. There we go, 402, 408. Yes, now we're on the right one. $800, all 800s. Are we due to leave? I'm going to assume that's a yes. As we'll make it through these lights, so why not? Let's make a move. Everybody's on bus. So it's been a while since I've driven the Streetlite, especially the London Spec Streetlite. I drove it when it was first released, but I haven't really paid much attention to it since. I mean, the issue with... the reason I really do like this map is because you can sort of use the London vehicles and the other London Spec vehicles on a bit more variety, like routes that don't necessarily need double-deckers on them, and you can sort of have a little bit of a play around with it. The only main issue with the South London project is it's all central London. You're driving into central London, or you're pretty much near central London. It's all quite busy routes, and once you've done your 322s and your local bits like that, there's not much else to sort of drive the single deckers on, and there's quite a lot of creators who have made London Spec single deckers, so it's quite nice to have a map where I can sort of have a little play with them. So there we go, B2, it's loaded up. So it's also quite nice to see how this bus can cope with this route. See how it copes with it, see how it manages. I have got the 11.5 metre one, because I do believe that the B2s can have deckers on them. I don't know if I have seen the odd one with a decker. I lose track with these services, so I thought I'll play it safe and have the longer variation that with the passenger numbers we're getting does seem to be paying off slightly. I have also opted for Go Ahead, as Go Ahead seems to be the main operator on the map. I've seen the odd Bellio. Oh, that's a roundabout. There we go. I've seen the odd Bellio. That was a bit tighter than anticipated. But apart from that and Stagecoach, I haven't seen much. Ah, we were here in the not last video, the video before. Hey, it's Tudor houses. We've missed Tudor houses. Tudor houses were good, then they were slightly overused, but it's good to see him again. So I believe that the B3 purely does the other direction to what we're doing. I do believe we do it in this direction and the B3 does the other way. So, as I say, it's timed it's 27 minutes, so we'll see how well we do. Just a nice little circle around town. Probably should have done this as one of the first routes, because this is kind of just a summary at town. Although, as much as I do say that, I am getting the sense that we're leaving town. We have left town. Although, that looks like we're back again. With a brief departure from the town centre. Oh, I like that camera view. Oh crikey, I forgot about these camera views. Forgot about the Studio Polygon camera views. They are very good. It is in game such a nice vehicle to drive as this. As I have mentioned previously, I got very close to, but haven't had the opportunity to drive a Streetlite yet. I was going to. Got very close to having the opportunity, and it just unfortunately didn't happen. Now, it's not something that most people would sort of dream of, want to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't dream of it, and what have, but I think as an experience, I think it's quite an important one to have. It's quite an important vehicle to sort of, if you are a driver, to drive. I think just as a contrast, because whether we like it or not, Streetlites are oh, I wanted to stop. I don't just saw green lights on the dash. I thought, oh, might be a stop one, and then they all went out as soon as I stopped. I was like, no, maybe not. But I think it's important because the Streetlight is the current day equivalent of what the Dennis Dart was back in the day, and pains me to say it, but the Leyland National as well. These vehicles in quite mass form replaced what back then was really good vehicles, and still are good vehicles. But it was the exact same sort of thought process that went on when the Dennis Darts were introduced and Leyland Nationals were introduced. And I mean, I absolutely love a Leyland National nowadays. Absolutely love one. Absolutely love especially the T11s, the original ones with T11 in, they are absolutely love them. They are tremendous, absolutely tremendous motors. Original national ones, because national 2s are all right. They're okay. They're just not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Are national 2s compared to nat ones. We'll still go on a national 2. I'm not going to. I'm not that dead set against them, but when the choice is presented, it definitely is a national one by a long mile. A national one, really nice. But then again, as I say, when those were the first sort of revolution of bog standard box buses, and they wiped out in essence half cabs and the elderly vehicle types that were still on the road. Did any starts, then wiped out stuff like the Nationals, that at the time were seen as old and vintage and amazing and what have. And now the Streetlites have wiped out the darts. So there's a bit of a common trend. There is a common trend there. And whether I like it or not, the same attitude that we pose towards Streetlights is the same that we pose towards Dennis Darts and Nationals and stuff like that. We'll do some more up the Hereford side, I think, in the upcoming videos. I'll have a little look, because we have done a fair few routes round this part now. I mean, it's nice to get them all ticked off the book, as I say. Intend to drive them all at least once, possibly more. But I do think a bit of variety wouldn't hurt. That bus got very close. Do some bits up at Hereford, because if you remember, this is going back yonks. Remembering a Riva Sapphire up at Hereford with the, was it the MENs? It was the MENs, wasn't it? But we wanted to put Citaros on it. That is properly going back. And then Citaros will put it in, I believe, in a later update. That was very good with that. A Riva Sapphire up at Hereford. Can't remember what route was. Sure it was 4 or something. It was a relatively mid-range number. It wasn't a low number. Oh, no, I'm not going to depot. Okay, that's just that's a short working then. That just said the bus depot was on. Oh yeah, probably don't want to loop round the bus depot. Imagine you's watching, wouldn't mind in real life. Bus popped into depot. No, I wouldn't. Been on buses before where they popped into depot. It's always fun. Especially a depot you've never been round. If it's a depot that you've not had the opportunity to go around, they usually can't. And you go and you end up on a bus that has to take you in for whatever reason. It's pretty cool. Okay, we are there, yeah. It's just, that was quite a sudden arrow. I wanted to make sure I was going down the right street. That was a very sudden arrow. Ah, this must be a little bit that we loop round and come back on ourselves, because there's also B3 due. So what time are we supposed to be here? White Horse Lane. Steam 45. 4, 2, 1. Oops. And that'll do. I like that. That's a nice screenshot. And you can see the blind on the side as well. Yeah, I like that. Unless we can somehow get that might be quite nice. Yeah, that is also nice. I do like those zoomy screenshots. Eve Park Estate. So it must be a circular where the B2 and the B3 come round, and then I assume the B3 will do what we've just done. We'll find out, probably in a couple of videos' time. The suspense, the tension. Nope, no one wanting us. This is an estate and a half, goodness me. This is nice, so it's nice doing bits like that. This is what I forgot with Bowdenham, is it's not just your A to B services. You've got all the estate bits that you get to do as well. I did forget about all of this. It's nice though, really nice. Ah yes, the B3 goes there, I was like the B2, straight on. I do enjoy stuff like that in this game, going round the states, especially when you don't sort of anticipate them. Especially when they're quite random. I mean, that was why I like the map Martigan, or Bondgarten, I think it was. That was a really, really nice fictional map because you never knew what roads or estates you're about to go down. I mean, the route started going down a dedicated busway system, underground busway system, like it was an underground train. It was absolutely amazing. So you'd start at Leavent bus station, you'd go straight into that for a couple of miles. Then you'd sort of come out of that, joint main roads after about 10 or 15 minutes of driving. And then one at routes, straight on. One at routes ended up an incredibly narrow housing estate on cobbled roads, like really narrow. And I thought it were amazing, absolutely amazing. Such a variety on that map. It would truly a lovely map to drive. So I must be doing okay for time. Look at where we are. I do really like how it's got the vibe bit on the side. It isn't just straight destination. It is quite realistic to how they would be. That I do think is quite cool. That'll do. What time are we on? 45. When are we supposed to get to Langley Parade? Where is Langley Parade? 52. Okay, well, we are slightly early, but we shall keep progressing. Well, that's a bit of a lean as well, isn't it? That brings me back to the later Nationals. When they were first done, the Nationals, the initial ones, they didn't have roll cages in them. Or at least when they were doing the demonstrations and the trial for the type of vehicle, it hadn't had a roll cage introduced until sort of the later eras. I'm pretty certain some batches were delivered without roll cages. The idea behind a roll cage is to stop said bus rolling. Oh, don't want to do that. Is to stop said bus rolling. So if it goes round the corner very, very quickly, it's not going to sort of go onto its side. That you'd think in a single decker is difficult to achieve. It's not if you don't have a roll cage. That was demonstrated by a photo that somebody has, I think, of one of them on demonstration. And the test driver had wanted to just see the lean on it, see how much pressure they can put in it to go around corners. And there is a photo of that bus at pretty much a near 45-degree angle and going around this corner. Like, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, that scared living life out of me, driving that. I mean, I'm one of these that if you're driving around the corner, I mean, most people are, if you're driving around the corner and you start to feel even a slight sort of wobble to the side, you slow right down. It's like, oh, I don't like that. I'm not happy with that. Oh, come on. My fuel warning light has come on. Oh, AdBlue. I need more AdBlue. That's a sign I'm driving a bit too quick. That's what that is a sign of. Oh, you're keeping going? Okay, I thought you were slowing down then, you sped up. Car saw me, car then sped right up. That was a little bit scary. I thought, no, he's going slow, we can get through, that's fine. And then all of a sudden the AI car just sped right up and it became quite a scary situation. The moral of the story, never trust cars. Not even AI cars, just cars. Don't trust cars. Next stop's bus station, isn't it? So, well... There we go, Bob not in service on. There we go. Right, straight into bus station. Get everybody off, we'll get round to layover. And then we'll see what the damage on the timings is, shall we? Because I do believe I was rather early. The light was green. We all saw it was green. There we go. Excellent. How early? Oh, about 6 minutes. 7 at most. 6 by the end. So there we go. So that was the B2. A really nice circular. I like that estate bit as well, sort of near the end. That estate bit was really nice, like really just different with one-way systems. It's what I have really missed about Bowdenham is little bits like that. So that was really, really nice. The Streetlite as well performed lovely. If you haven't already and you do own the Streetlite, make sure you do use the London variation. It is a lovely motor. And I mean, we're Bowdenham version 5 out now. It's the perfect match for it, as you can see. Perfect match with bus and map. So it's quite nice. And as you could see as well, it's pretty rapid. I forgot how quick this Streetlite is, especially the 11.5 metre one. But for now, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't, do be sure to click that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. If you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the Bus Videos YouTube channel for more content like this from the simulation section with videos up to twice a week, as well as an archive of over 6,000 backseat and engine-focused public transport videos from the UK and beyond. With buses, trams, trains and more, there's something on there for everyone. Additional 21 of those videos added every week. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now. Bye.